Welcome to Porch Talks, and thanks for joining me on this journey toward greater emotional and spiritual well-being. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to gain greater control over your experience of emotional well-being. And like to do that by letting you know how you can work in partnership with the very way your brain is designed in order to effect that. And in this way that you are wired, you can have absolute control over your thoughts and feelings, regardless of anything going on outside yourself, no matter what anybody says. Now, you may say, wait a minute, so and so said that to me, and that made me feel really upset, or so and so did that, or whatever the scenario is, and that got me upset. And they're a jerk. Well, what I've learned when I figured this part out about the brain is I experienced more freedom to choose how I was going to feel and what my thoughts were and how to act than I had ever before in my life. I realized I had absolute control over everything, all the way up to the tip of my nose, from the top of my head, the bottom of my feet, and up to my backside. So, how can this happen when outside yourself someone else says something to you or makes a statement that feelings of discomfort or anger, frustration, or anxiety arise within? So here's what the neuroscience says. And I'm going to illustrate this with one example of a test that was done. So they wired up a concert pianist with nodes to detect where brain activity was occurring, and then asked the concert pianist to play a piece of music, and they recorded what areas of the brain were lighting up. Then they took away the piano and asked the concert pianist to imagine playing that same piece. And guess what happened? The exact same areas of the brain lighted up. Now, what does that mean? So, if you think of the brain as a hard drive in a computer, in many respects, data is going into and being written onto the hard drive. The hard drive doesn't know who's typing the keys. It doesn't have eyes, ears, mouth, nose, sense of touch, nothing. It's just receiving data. So here's where the freedom lies. If you are not hearing something you need to hear, or have a need that is not being acknowledged by someone outside of yourself, you can give yourself the statement that you need to hear to soothe your own nervous system and calm a state of emotional overwhelm. Now, what this is called is self-talk. Self-talk is incredibly powerful because the brain doesn't know who's typing the keys. You can be the one creating that experience for yourself. So, for instance, someone outside yourself is arguing and maybe accusing you of something, and you're getting in a state of overwhelm. If you, as we've spoken about before, can slow things down and give yourself a timeout or pause and say, okay, I'm okay. I can do this. I know what's going on. Everything's working out here. I need a little time, but I'm okay. Speak to yourself as if you were truly your own best friend. How would someone soothe you? Say those things to yourself. You are that powerful. If you don't like what you're hearing, they say something to you, or even what you say to yourself. I'm not good at this. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. You can change that thought, that belief. So belief is just a thought that you think over and over and over and over again. And with time, you can change that thought to a different experience, and you'll know by how you feel inside. So you say, okay, I'm okay. I'm doing pretty well. I'm finding the words I need. I know how to soothe myself. Things are working out for me. I experience ease and flow. I can breathe through this. All is well with me. No matter what anyone says, I know that all is well with me. You can use a faith statement. The universe has my back. This is in God's hands. It's gonna be okay. This is gonna be okay. You can do this, and this will change the chemical makeup that creates thoughts and feelings from those of overwhelm or dissatisfaction to those of greater satisfaction and comfort and ease and well-being. So if you can practice this, post the messages around your house. Begin to experience them. Not making the great leaps of, I'm doing a great job all the time and I can handle everything. Start small. Okay, all is well right now. I'm doing okay. The universe has my back. I'm going to give this over to my higher power. I'm going to trust the process on this and not jump to a conclusion just quite yet. I'm going to give myself some time. I'm doing okay. I can do this. You know, I am smart enough. I can figure this out. And you can begin to generate those feelings that result in well-being within you. So yes, you are in control of everything up to the tip of your nose. In other words, everything you think, everything you feel, and every choice you make in terms of a decision to act. And I wish for you the experience of such freedom from all the things that can go on outside you that you used to feel yourself a victim of. Like, he's jerking me around, my boss is jerking me around, my kids are out of control and they make me crazy. It's raining today, so, this is going to be a terrible day. You can change that. You can begin to change that by what you say to yourself and how what you say can affect how you feel. So with that, if you find this video of value, I'd invite you to like it and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate you journeying with me today, and thank you.